Welcome back to the Odyssey, my friends. I am Mike Odyssey, and well, I want to go ahead and shed some light on everything that's been happening in regards to the delay from Nintendo on the pre-order status. I want to first advise, guys, please stay away from any channel that is fear-mongering. It's spreading fear-mongering, meaning saying, oh, the prices could go up, this could happen, trying to create fear and just feeding off your fear for their personal view. I would suggest you guys just ignore it completely, because that's not the right way to go. That's not the right thing to do as a Nintendo journalist. We should not be fear-mongering. We have no information, no details as of yet. All we know so far, it's what's going on right now, what we see before our eyes, and what has happened, officially from Nintendo, from GameStop, and everywhere else. We're going to go ahead and read it, but then I'm going to tell you exactly what this could be related to. Again, if you enjoy Nintendo content, if you enjoy straight to the point news, guys, I'm never going to fearmonger you guys or anything like that. Consider subscribing to our channel. We are on our way to 100,000 subscribers, and I cannot do it without your help. So I appreciate it more than you know. Let's go ahead and get into the news today. I'm going to go ahead and first read a statement made by GameStop. GameStop, right? GameStop is the most official source that we have right now. Not any other other news outlets, Nintendo Life, GameSpot. They all have their own way of fear mongering, which I do not agree with. So I'm going to go ahead and then read here from GameStop here, and let's go ahead and read an update from Nintendo. Pre-orders from the Nintendo Switch 2 in the US will not start April 9, 2025 in order to assess the potential impact of tariffs and evolving market conditions. Nintendo will update timing at a later date. The launch date of June 5th, 2025 is unchanged. GameStop will continue to work closely with Nintendo and provide updates as soon as more information becomes available. Stay tuned for further details. Now you can get more information on this on GameStop.com/Switch2. They have their address here, and you can stay up to date. If you are wanting to GameStop pre-order there, then you can get their information there. Sign up for their email list so you can get up-to-date information from directly from their website, right? So now that we know that, I wanna give you guys three major things, right? The first thing that's happening, right? The first thing that's happening around the world, we know that there's these tariffs, right? I'm not gonna get too political. This channel is not political. I'm not careless with politics, but they exist. They're there. They're the tariffs, right? Then there is the backlash, okay? The backlash that we've seen for 2 days straight. Today, yesterday, and today, actually 3 days straight, starting with the Nintendo Direct. After, right, then the both tree houses dropped. The price is trending, and it was bombarded throughout the treehouse event from beginning to end. Okay, we got word from two former employees, Kid and Krista, who mentioned that yes, this is a Nintendo crisis. This is a crisis. They need to manage it because it's out of control. It's out of their hands. And lastly, the stock market, the stock prices for Nintendo are plummeting. They're going down. And so there's these three major factors that are happening right now: the tariffs, the feedback from the fans, the consumer, right at the beginning of the life of the Nintendo Switch 2 is getting in the way of their promotional efforts, showing us the game, what's important about it, the system, all that stuff, right? It's been overshadowed by the pricing, by all this drama that's going on in the world of Nintendo. It is new. It is real. It's not the silent majority or the vocal minority. It's the vocal majority. This is a lot more people involved. It's the consensus of the entire fan base that wants an explanation for all of this stuff happening. Nintendo has just been very, very quiet. Now, putting these three things in perspective: the tariffs, the backlash from fans, okay, and the prices for shareholders, right? I want to ask you this, because I know you guys are incredibly smart, and I want to put it in your hands. What do you think is the most likely thing? that happens next. There is this crisis caused by higher prices. There's this crisis caused by higher prices. Okay? Do you think that in order for Nintendo to manage this crisis, they're going to raise the prices? No. What they're doing is, let's say the tariffs were there before the pre-order date. The tariffs were there before the presentation. So I am so sure that the tariffs were a factor for the current pricing. So what they're doing is, okay, you know what? This is the reason why we are in this situation. Let's go ahead and assess to see what we can do to resolve this. So rather than a price increase, I see a price decrease. And not to say that it will come right away, but Nintendo is assessing what they can do to manage the crisis. This is a combination of three things that are happening: the stocks, the prices, and the tariffs. This is not just a tariff. This is a combination of everything at once that Nintendo has decided to cancel a pre-order. You know, this doesn't happen just because. This happens because they are in crisis management mode, and they want to make sure that the launch goes as successful as possible, right? They don't want another Wii U issue happening because of this thing. They are actually accessing what's happening around the world so that they can then, make an action. But the action will not be raise the prices. It's not going to happen. Trust me. You cannot manage a crisis that is caused by higher prices by raising the prices. Worst case scenario, it stays the same. They issue a statement with more information, kind of explaining why of the things, right? And maybe they say at the later time when everything is managed down and we can take care of the tariff situation, maybe the prices at that point can be lowered, but at this point we have to maintain these prices. That's the worst case. The best case is that they come back and they manage the situation. They can trim a little bit off their profits and bring the price down just a bit to appease not only us, the fans, but also the shareholders, right? Let's say taking off the $10 off the Mario Kart game from 80 to 70, which is reasonable because we've already been getting ready for this $70 a game price that we paid it for Tears of the Kingdom. Nobody, fought for it. Right now we have a new generation system with bigger games. They look great. They look fantastic. And everybody was expecting at least a $70 price point. We weren't expecting the 80. Not even Reggie Fils-Aimé was expecting that. So we are in crisis management mode. Don't give in to the fear-mongering. There will be no price increase. Worst case scenario, the price stays exactly the same. They issue a statement in regards to the pricing and the future of the pricing based on world conditions, and then we move on from there. And the best case scenario, they come back and they work something out so that they can decrease the pricing just a bit. I just wanted to get my 2 cents out there because there's way too much fear mongering, and I wanted to let you guys know this is a minor little hiccup storm that will pass. This too shall pass, like they say, and the sun will shine again. We as Nintendo fans, as a community, the best thing we can do is stick together, right? Nintendo will listen to the fans, right? Just stick together. If you believe this is too high, stick by it, right? Make your vocal a point, right? Be respectful, and if you're okay with the pricing, that's okay too, Also be respectful to those who can't afford it. Let them be as vocal as they need to so that they can get their voices heard, because maybe, as we as a community can stay together, then things could happen in a good way for us as a gaming community. We're the ones who pay for the games, right? So I just wanted to give you guys this video. I hope you guys find it helpful. I will see you guys in the next one. Never give up and journey on. Peace.